Hey, good morning. This is Zipporah. It is November 7th, 2011. This camera is saying 9:40 a.m. I think time went back. It's actually 8:42 a.m. I'm welcoming myself back. I haven't recorded in a long time. But anyway, let's get straight to the scale. I have already eaten, and usually what I do is I get on the scale in the morning before I have eaten anything, and I usually do it in the buff, no clothes on, but this time I decided I don't care. I've already eaten, so my weight is gonna be more than it usually is. I know what it is. It's actually 176, but I just decided instead of going through all that editing and going through all that stuff, I'm just gonna, it says 177.8. I've eaten and I'm holding the camera. But I decided I don't care anymore. The important thing is that you guys see me losing weight from week to week. I'm not gonna get all crazy. I would put the camera down and then have to do all this editing and shaking and wasting your time. I'm not gonna do that. So I'm actually 176, but as you see, the thing said 177. I'm not gonna care about that anymore. I'm gonna just step on with the camera to get rid of all the editing problems. So I'll see you guys in a minute for the body shot. All right, happy birthday to me. It's my birthday today. Okay, let's get into this body shot. We're looking at the front view, side, gonna adjust the back, this side to the front. I'll be talking to you guys in just a minute. Hey, I'm back. Again, it's my birthday, November 7th. Happy birthday. I know the big question that has been on a few people's mind who follow me is, where have I been? I have been out of there for the last, I don't think I recorded in about could be 2 months. I have to check. But anyway, I was on my email today, and I got a lot of my friends on Facebook wishing me happy birthday, and that just really encouraged me. And I'm seeing that there's still people subscribing to me on YouTube, even though I haven't recorded in a couple of months. And I'm like, you know what? I have to get back on here and do what I have to do. The thing is, the reason why I haven't been recording is because I've been going through problems, and I'm not the type of person that want to deal with problems, but I can't just disappear and then come back and not have any reason. I was just going through some things with my son, especially, and his behavior has just been getting so out of control until I realized that I had to take some time off and really just deal with him. People who have been following me, who have watched, maybe all of my videos. I know I'm on here doing weight loss, but I first started doing videos some years ago when I was in Iowa. And you know that my son was diagnosed with autism. So that was a very trying time for me, and I had to spend all this time, figuring out how to help him. I just didn't want to accept that. Well, I accepted it, but what I mean is I just didn't want to say, okay, this is it. I immediately jumped into action. What can I do to help him? So he has come a long way. I mean, my son, he had a very bad reaction to immunizations, and I just, to make a long story short, took the steps of helping him therapy, changing his diet, going casein-free, gluten-free, giving him liquid vitamins, and, just working with him. And my son went from losing all of his speech to this just very bright, beautiful little boy. But what has been happening lately is his behavior has gotten out of control to the point where he's, he broke my laptop. He started breaking my bulbs for my lighting, and, just running out the house and everything. And, it just got to the point where recording just started to be, I just started to get really depressed about things because I've moved into a house. For those who follow me, I was living in an apartment and before, and you know, I had to move because of my neighbors and people, you know, from the neighborhood that, you know, just bad people. So I finally moved into a home, which I thought, you know, it's a beautiful home, beautiful neighborhood, beautiful community. I mean, in every other aspect, I am just totally blessed with where I decided to move. But I obviously didn't do that much research because I'm having a problem with the landlord. So he doesn't want to put locks on the door or whatever. And so my son was just able to come in and out of any room he wants and do whatever he wants to do. And at first I was really just mad and upset about that. But then I realized I'm just going to have to do something to work on his behavior. I started realizing, you know, I guess with me seeing that he has, I would say, a sensory integration disorder. I can't really call it autism because it's very mild. My son is very smart, just as normal as any other child, but he just has a problem in the area of speech and, you know, processing things. He knows what things mean, but, you know, taking them and processing them and you know, verbally expressing what he wants is one of his big challenges. But my son went from being below his grade level to up here, like past his grade level, because of the dedication that I put in to really help him. And I know this is supposed to be about weight loss, and it will be, I promise, but I just have to explain to people where I've been and what's been going on. So I guess with this thing going on with him, I kind of let him get away with things, I guess, because I thought in my mind, well, it's a part of his disorder. So, you know, but anyway, just doing more research and talking to other people, I realized that my son knew exactly what he was doing. Every time he does something, I just give this reaction, and whether it's negative or positive, he, you know, see that okay, like one of the things, for example, he's always grabbing my purse because he wants me to chase him. This is funny to him. So I'm like, oh no, you know, I make this big deal if he's running out the door, oh no, you know, and so he thinks it's funny. So he literally started grabbing my purse and standing there waiting to run because he wants me to chase me. And so that's when I realized he knows what he's doing. He's just trying to get a reaction out of me. So I had to learn how to discipline him in a way and, you know, take away the emotion and not do it when I'm angry and all of that. And so I just really took time off to really work with my son. I said, I'm going to put aside everything. I'm going to put aside everything that's going on in my life, and I'm going to specifically deal with it. I was even watching The Nanny, getting some ideas from them that really worked. And I just said, okay, whenever he does a behavior that I don't like or I don't want him to do, I'm going to deal with it right then and there. No anger, no emotions, no nothing. I'm going to discipline him. He's going to, you know, go in his room, and, you know, I'm going to stay there with him, and he's going to sit there until, you know, he understands, you know. So that's the kind of thing that I've been going through just every day consistently, because he was running out the door, you know, wanting me to chase him. He think it's funny, but his life is in danger. He's running in the street and, you know, just things like that, and just breaking important things. I mean, it just got to the point where I'm like, I don't even want to film anymore. I can't lock him out of my room. I just went and took all my equipment and put it in the garage. And so, so enough of that. So that's what's been going on. And then with having broken equipment, it was really hard for me to record and stuff anyway. So I have good news and bad news concerning my weight. The bad news is I haven't probably lost about 3 pounds or something like that since the last time you guys saw me. But the good news is I haven't gained anything, and I've maintained my weight. So that's good. Some people stop and they end up gaining their weight. You know, as you guys know, I was 235 pounds as I started. So I have not gone back up there. So I will commend myself for that. I'm still working out as usual, but what has been suffering has been my diet because of everything that was going on in my life. I just really said, you know what, it's time for me to really get back and organize and put my diet first. I mean, it's like I was going to Weight Watchers the whole time, but it was more for the accountability and for just, you know, being around people that's going through the same thing that I'm going through. But I hated the counting because counting the calories or counting the points, because my life was so full. I was trying to, you know, raise my child. I'm a single mother. And when I mean single mother, I don't just mean I'm not married or whatever, but I don't have the village either. You know, it's just really me. That's changing. And, you know, I want to acknowledge, you know, the school, they've really been helping me in things and, you know, financial areas and, you know, let me send you support this way. But really just the day-to-day time of spending with my son, it's really mostly all on me. He finally went to school full time. And so that kind of gives me a little more time to do things. But I find myself, you know, working out and, you know, I have to make money too, and you know, so I just really had to sit back and figure out what my priorities were, what's the most important thing to me, and I said I'm gonna have to set aside the business, I'm gonna have to set aside this, and I'm gonna have to set aside that. And the first thing I gotta do, since the biggest struggle is my diet area, is that you can't go to the gym, you can't do anything until you fix your meals first. And so I've just said, okay, I'm not going to rush to do nothing. I said, I'm going to take this month, try out some of these meal plans in this Weight Watchers book. I'm going to sit there and count these points. I'm going to have to, you know, I'm going to do it. Or I can't go to the gym, or I can't do anything. I can't, you know, and I'll give myself a little reward. So I've been doing that. And I'm grateful. I just, you know, when I first started, I told you guys, I got inspired by Anti-Shea, and I just jumped in. I didn't sit down and really plan out things, and that's really what you have to do. You have to prepare first. And you know, everything else that was going on in my life was a mess, and I'm like, you know, if you don't have your foundation covered, if you don't have the first things first in mind, or preparation or vision, it's gonna fall apart, because stuff is gonna start coming up in your life. And that's exactly what happened. You know, I had to step back and deal with the issues with my son. I had to learn how to manage my house better. I said the other stuff is going to have to wait. I have to get this together first, or I'm not going to be able to do anything. What good is it going to do, you know, for me? I can't record and inspire people and all that if he's breaking my camera, and, you know, so I had to step back and just really fix that. And so he's doing so much better. I've put him in a gymnastic class, so that's another great thing. He has things to do to really keep him, and he's really growing now. So that's what I do. When I get up in the morning, the first thing I do is deal with, you know, my diet and, you know, getting the food for the day. I want to talk a little bit more too about the book that I'm reading, First Things First by Stephen Covey. He's the one that wrote the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People or whatever. And so I've been using his system for time management, and I want to talk about that more later. I don't have that much time today, but I just assure you that I am back on. I'm back on this thing. I wasn't going to start recording right away right now, but when I went on to my email and I saw those people subscribing and stuff, I realized, you know, this is something that I need to do and I need to stick to. So I'm here on my birthday, starting recording again. You guys, I have not given up. Please pray for me. And thank you so much for people that subscribe and still sending me love. I'm committed to this thing. I just had to fix some things. My life has just been a mess, and you know, this is my first time as a parent, and then I have a very unique child that learns in a very different way, and I'm really just learning how to deal with it all. So anyway, I'm back. I will see you guys next week, and thanks again for everybody who has continued to support and send love and blessings. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Okay, bye.